Now we can see map interface of collection API. I created already classes in the com.vkr map package. Now coming to the map interface. Map interface is also present in the java.util package. But map is not sub-interface of collection interface. Till now we have seen list and set and queue. All are sub-interfaces of collection interface. But map is not sub-interface of collection interface because adding the elements, removing the elements, and reading the elements in the map is little bit different. The collection of elements in the map is having different structure. So the map interface is not similar to the collection interface. Then, so that they have implemented the map interface is separately instead of making the map interface as subclass to the collection interface. And coming to the map interface is storing the data based on the key value pair. Whatever data it's having inside the map interface, each and every data is key value pair. So we can call map interface representing the data is based on the key value pair. And next point about the map interface is whatever elements, whatever keys we are adding to the map, all the keys should be in a queue. This is very important. Similar to the set interface, if whatever elements we are adding to the set interface, all are in a queue. You cannot add the duplicates to the set interface classes. So map interface classes also, all the keys of the map interface are unique queue. No duplicates are allowed to the map interface keys. Map is the interface. So creating object to the map interface is not possible. We have to create object to the map interface by creating object to the subclass to the map interface. Now the mainly widely used subclass of the map interface is hash map. And just create an object to the hash map, new hash map of string comma integer. First one is a key, second one is a value. Inside map interface, the value is represented in the key value pair. This is a key value pair. So map interface key value. Now I want to add the keys as a string and values as an integer. How to add the elements to the map interface? We have a put method. By calling put method of map interface, hm.put. Key is a string type a and value is a new integer of 100. Similarly, I just added the 4 elements a, b, c, d as a keys and values are 100, 200, 300, 400. So this is a way of adding the elements to the map interface. Now, if you want to read the elements to the map interface and if you want to read all elements of map interface is having the entry set method. But coming to the all list and set and queues, we have iterator. By using iterator, we can get the each and every element of a collection interface members. But by using entry set method, we can get the set of entries which are stored into the map. So each and every element of a map is entry. The entry is having the key value. Again, the entry is a key value. This entry set will give the map of entry. The entry is having the key value. Key is a string, value is an integer, whatever we declared here. Now, system.println of how to get the key. We have a get key method on the entry set. If you want to get the value of the entry set, we can call get value. So each and every element of the map is map of entry object. Entry object are we having the key value. How to get the key from the entry object is by calling get key method. How to get the value of the entry object is by calling get value method. So everywhere in our coding we have to use all these collection collection API classes and interfaces. That's why the collection API is very important. Now, adding the elements to the map and reading the elements to the map is happened here. So we'll get the output as first key. After that, we give a colon. Then I am printing the value in the same line. So A100, B200, like that we'll get. See, all the elements from the, all key values we read from the map. This is the first program. Let's go to the next program. In map interface also, we have different classes. Widely used class is hash map. Similar to the set, hash map is not following any order. Whatever elements we are adding, that elements are not following the order. If you want to maintain order, in the map entry objects, we have to use a linked hash map. By using linked hash map, we can maintain the order. And if you want to get the hash map map objects, keys should be in sorting order. All the keys of the map should be in sorting order if you want to get that. So we have to use a tree map. We have here hash map, linked hash map, tree map. By using these three map interface classes, we'll get the different functionalities. If you have a requirement of creating a hash map object, which where we need key value pair, and we don't bother about the order, so we can go with the hash map. When to use a linked hash map? If you have a requirement of maintaining key value pairs, but we have whatever order we are adding to the linked hash map, we need to get the same order, so we can go with the linked hash map. Here we have a requirement of maintain the key value pair, and all keys should be in the sorting order, ascending order. So we can go with the tree map. These are the three subclasses of map which we can use based on our requirements. Now here I created a hash map object, adding the elements. Those are not in one order. It will leave in some different order, not maintaining any order. All the keys XYZ ABC PQ are not in one order. So if you want to maintain the order, first I have to get the XYZ ABC and PQR. Will you get it by using the linked hash map? So if you want to get the sorting of the keys, XYZ is coming as a last and ABC is the first, PQR is a second element. So we have to use a tree map. Tree map is sorting the elements only for the keys, not for values. See, first hash map is not maintaining any order. First PQR, ABC, XYZ. Now if you want to maintain the order, first XYZ, ABC, PQR. If you want to maintain the sorting order, ABC is first, PQR is first, second, XYZ is last. You can maintain using the tree map. This is the use of all these map interface classes. Mostly used map interface classes are these three classes. And we have some other classes also, we'll see in the next program. Let's go to the program 3. Similar to the set, enum set we have. See, if you want to store similar kind of fixed constants, we can go with the enum. Now I have some colors. All the colors are fixed. We can't change the color. So inside enum color, I have used some colors, 4 colors. If you want to create map object of this enum, we can create by using the enum map. Creating object to the enum map by giving the which enum type, color type, as an argument to the enum map constructor. So whenever we are adding the elements to the enum map, colors 1, I'm just adding the enum type as a key, value is some value. So I'm just printing the values, colors. We get a red 1, green 2 in this output. Now I created one more enum, color 2. I want to put all the color 1 to the color 2. Then I want to add one more color, blue color. We can do that by using this put all method. Here we're just using the how to create a enum2 by using the enum1. How to create enum map 2 by using enum map 1 elements. We can create by using the put all method. And I printed all the elements. Now how to read the elements of the enum? Reading the elements of the enum is by calling the entry set to give the key value pair map. If you want to get the only keys, we have key set. If you want to get the only values, we have values. If you want to get specific element, colors dot get off the key we have to give. How to read the elements of the enum set? This is the methods we have to read the elements of the enum set. We want key value pair both. We have entry set. We want to get the only keys. We have key set. We want to get the only values. We have values. If you want to get the specific element of a enum set or enum map, you can call a get method. So this is about reading. Adding we have seen in the previous year. Adding the elements is like this for enum set. Reading element from the enum set is this one. How to remove the elements from the enum map? We can call the remove method by passing the key. It will remove the green key. So we'll get the value. Whenever we call remove method of key, we'll get the value. That value I'm printing here. So removing of color red of 1. So we'll get this entry red 1 removed. We'll get the output as true or false. We have two remove methods. First remove method is taking the key. Second remove method is taking the key and comma integer type. Whether it is having the same value, then only it will remove. Otherwise, it won't remove. Now, after updating the color to enum map, we are just printing the color to enum map. This is the one. Now we have seen how to add the elements, how to remove the elements, how to read the elements. Now how to update the elements of a enum map. I just adding the elements to the enum map again. So I'm printing it. If you want to update the value of the red, from red is already 1. I want to update to 11. You can update it. Green value is already 2. If you want to update to 12, you can update it by calling the replace method of enum map. After that, we are just printing the enum. Let's go and see. First, the output of color 1 is red 1, green 2. Color 2 is we added 3 elements, red 1, green 2, blue 3. Reading the elements. You can read the elements by calling entry set, entry map. By calling map of entry set, you can get the set of elements. This is all the elements of a key value pair of a map. So if you want to get the only keys, we have key set. By calling key set, we'll get the keys. We have values method to get the all values that we have seen. If you want to get the specific value, we can values of a red is 1. How to remove the map elements? You can remove the map elements in 2 ways by using 2 remove methods. After updating the value, updated value is this one. Only we have only one element. How to change the values? First, the values are like this. If you want to change the red value to 11, you can change it by calling replace method. If you want to change the value from 2 to 12, you can change it by calling the replace method of third 3 arguments. So this is what about the enum map. Here we have seen how to use the enum elements, the enum map. Let's go to the next one. We have seen tree map. Whatever elements we are adding to the tree map, all the keys, it will come as a sorting order. Internally, it is maintaining some sorting order. Tree map is a subclass of sorted map interface. So we cannot create object to the sorted map directly. We can create object to the tree map, and reference is the sorted map interface. So I am just adding the elements to the tree map. First element is integer of 2. So 3, 5, 4, 1. But all the keys in the sorting order if you try to add the elements to the tree map. So we'll get the first is 1. After that's 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. We have entry set method to get the all the set of entries. We have iterator also to iterate the elements of a set. This is a set, right? Set we have iterator. For map we don't have iterator. We have just now we have seen how to read the elements of a map. We have entry set. Calling entry set, we'll get the set of entries. So again, we can make that entry set as a iterator. Okay. So we are making this as a iterator. We get the iterator reference. By calling iterator reference, we can call hash next. And whenever we call the next element is a entry object. So I'm making that in one entry object. Again, I'm just reading the entry object by calling the get key. And by calling get value, I'll get the value of the entry object. So what we are doing is we are just printing the key and values. This already we have seen in the program 1. How to read the elements of a entry set. We can call entry set. This is a type of map of entry. So this is a for each loop. We have done like this. If you go to the iterator, whenever we call iterator, we'll get the iterator. By using iterator, we are doing this one. Same functionality. This will also do same. This will also do the same. This is for each loop. This is iterator. Now let's go and run this. Now key is 1 because it is a preset, the tree map. Whenever it is a tree map, all the keys are in sorting order. Not only it is 1, 2, 3, 4. If you give ABC, XYZ, all the strings also, it will give in the sorting order. Let's go to the next program. How to create unmodifiable hash map. If you want to create unmodifiable hash map, first create hash map object and add the elements to the hash map. And we can call collections.unmodifiable map. By calling unmodifiable map method, we can create unmodifiable map. Once we create unmodifiable map, if you want to add the elements to the unmodifiable map, imap dot put of 6 values STF. So this is not possible because it is unmodifiable map. We cannot add the elements to the unmodifiable map. We will get unsupported operation exception because it is unmodifiable map. Once we create unmodifiable map, we can't change that value. So if we call this map object is created by using the hash map. This is unmodifiable map. If somebody asks how to create unmodifiable map, we can have collections.unmodifiable map method to create the unmodifiable map. That method will take argument as a hash map object. Now, what is difference between hash table and hash map? Create an object to the hash table, which will take key value pair. Key is integer, value is string. Here I'm just adding the elements. Here we have duplicate key. 101 is there. When we have duplicate key, 101 and 101. Whenever we have duplicate key, when we try to add the duplicate key, the key is not added to the hash table or hash map, but the value is updated with the new value. This is the first value. 101 is added to the hash map or hash table. This is added. Value is added. When we call put of same key, the value is updated with the new value, but the key is not added as a second key. So we'll get the 101 with the Vijay. And hash table dot put of 102. This key is a different key, so it will add. 103. This will add because this is the key is different. How to read the elements of a hash table? We'll get the entry set. From entry set, we'll get the entry. From entry object, we'll get the key and value by calling get key and get value. Similar to that, hash map. Hash map also same. We just added the elements and reading the elements. Let's go and run this. See, it's not maintaining any order, but 101 we added 2 times, but we'll get the output of second one because the value is updated with the first one. Duplicate keys are not added to the hash table or hash map. Now, what is the difference between hash table and hash map? All the differences are very important for the interview. Hash table, coming to the hash table. Hash table, all the methods of hash table is synchronized and thread safe. In case of hash map, all the methods are not synchronized, not thread safe. That is the main difference. If you want to add hash table dot put of null key, similarly for hash map I want to add the null key. Let's see how it will behave. When you try to add the elements to the hash table null key, it won't allow to add. In case of hash map, it will allow the one null key. It won't allow duplicate null keys, but it will allow the one null key. Sorry, I am using hash table reference, so I try to add into the hash table. So now you can add the null key to the hash map. See, we got the output as null ABC. But for hash table, we cannot add the null key. So that is the second difference. And hash table is thread safe since all the methods are synchronized, and hash map is not thread safe. All are non-synchronized methods. Now let's see what is the difference between hash map, linked hash map, tree map. We already seen, but we can see one more time. Hash map is the entries adding to the hash map is not maintaining any order. This is unordered in case of hash map. In case of linked hash map, the entries adding to the linked hash map is maintaining one order. In which order we added, in same order we can able to read also. In case of linked hash map. Coming to the tree map, the entries stored into the map, tree map, all the keys in the sorting order. It's maintaining sorting order. And coming to the null keys, in case of hash map, we can add one null key. And we can add multiple null values. But in case of linked hash map also, we can add one null key and we can add multiple null values. But coming to the tree map, we cannot add the null key because it should maintain the sorting order, so it will fail with the null pointer exception when we try to add the null key to the tree map. Now similarly we have seen here hash set. What are the difference between hash set? Similar to the hash map also, whenever we want to achieve the hash map, whenever we want to add the object to the hash map, we have to override the equals and hash code methods. By using equals and hash code only, it is not allowing the duplicate keys. For linked hash map, linked hash set, similar to linked hash set, linked hash map also, we have to override the equals and hash code methods when we try to add the object as a key. Tree set and tree map working based on the comparator types. We have to override the compare method or compare to method. Hash map and hash set Both are having same things. These are the difference between hash map, linked hash map, and tree map. See why and when to use the maps. In real time, where we are using these maps. See, if you have a requirement of maintaining the data based on the key value pair, we can use the maps. And map of zip codes of cities. See, we have a cities. For one city, if we have for one city, we have for one zip code, we have multiple cities. Zip code is a key, and cities is a list as a value. So first zip code, we have some cities. Second zip code, we have multiple cities. So we have to maintain the map of key value pair. We want to maintain a map of managers and employees. We have for manager, we have 100 employees. For manager 1 as a key, and employees are 100. For manager 2, employees are 50. For manager 3, employees are 20. Something like that, we can maintain key value pair. Key is a manager and the employees are the values. Employees has a list. That is called map usage. If you have a classes, class 6th, for 6th class we have 100 students. All the students has a values. For 7th class, we have 50 students. Class is a key. 7th class is a key, and values are the all the student names as a list. So if you want to maintain the map of a class and students, we can maintain it by using a map. Similarly, we have some different examples. When to use means when we go to some small project, there we can see when to use a hash map. If you have a requirement of key value pair, we can use a hash map. Yeah, this is all about queues and maps. If you have anything, you can ask me now. And tomorrow we can see how the map and the set is working internally. That is very important question. I will explain it in tomorrow class with the all the iterators. What are the difference between iterators? We can see in the tomorrow class.